Nija, welcome back to my channel. So this month we're going to be talking about bridging the gap between the current reality that you're in and the reality that you want to exist in, your dream reality, your desired reality. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but lately I've been trying to theme the months a little bit. So last month we did a dream month embodiment series, and you guys can catch those lives, those replays. And so this month we are focusing on how to bridge the gap between who you are currently and the dream version of the dream reality that you want to step into. So if you guys are interested in these contents, please thumbs up the video, and also let me know down in the comments, do you like when I do live streams talking about these monthly topics, or do you like it when I sit down and just pre-record it and share it with you guys? Let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. As always, I have notes. So today we are going to be talking about, of course, bridging the gap. How do you bridge the gap? How do you put yourself in energetic alignment so that you can naturally attract the things that the higher version or the in flow version of yourself would attract, right? So the messages that I received for this were, you're only a vibration away, okay? The timeline that you wish to exist on already exists. You just have to raise yourself to that timeline or frequency, okay? We're talking about full embodiment. So definitely go back and watch the last series if you want to learn more about embodiment and how to attract what you want through stepping into that version of yourself who has it through embodiment, right? So this is kind of another layer on top of that. There are things that your dream version is doing that you are currently not doing, right? And so that is what is keeping you out of alignment with that next version, or, you know, if you've been feeling kind of stuck or stagnant, or like you're kind of in this cycle where everything happens again and again and again and it's all the same. Well, it's because there are particular things that your higher self is doing, or that your dream self, your dream version is doing, that your, you know, 3D self down here hasn't quite gotten the memo yet. So the way to put yourself on the timeline, or to get into alignment with what you say you want, is by start doing the things, incorporating the things that your higher self or that your dream self would be doing, okay? So what I like to do is just like think about me on my highest timeline, me at my fullest potential, right? Where do I want to live? What kind of car do I want to drive? What do I want to look like? What do I want to feel? How do I want to think, right? This is how you want to be, this is how you're going to attract what you want. You first have to see it, right? You cannot go somewhere or be something different or do something different if you have no idea what it's supposed to look like, okay? So the only thing that is keeping you from what you want is mindsets and habits, okay? Beliefs and patterns, okay? Different beliefs that you're holding. You are continuing certain patterns because you have that belief, and that is what kind of keeps you on the hamster wheel, or what kind of keeps you stuck or anchored in the current reality that you are currently existing in, that is not what you desire, okay? So you have some habits that are taking you out of alignment, and then there are also positive habits that you might be doing that are keeping you in alignment, right? So it's up to you to decide what things are you doing that are putting you on that highest timeline, or that are putting you in the trajectory of where you want to go, and what activities are you partaking in that are taking you out of alignment or keeping you away from the version of yourself that you're saying that you want to be. It is very clear to get, or very important to get clear on these things. Okay, so again, really is important to kind of take some time in meditation or visualization to see what that version of yourself that you want to be is doing, is feeling, is thinking. You know, like, it's really important to know all these nooks and crannies about it, because then if you know what it's supposed to look like, you can copy and paste it in your reality. If you know that your dream self, your dream life, you want to go to the gym in the morning, then you have to start doing that as yourself right now. If you know your dream self wants to be a vegetarian or pescatarian, you too have to adopt that lifestyle right now, okay? Now you can do it in phases, but understand that you are not going to be the version of yourself that you want to be until you take the necessary action steps, okay? It doesn't just happen overnight. You are building new patterns, creating new belief systems that are going to help to accompany or cradle the new reality that you're trying to exist in, okay? So, you're not waiting for anything, okay? You know how sometimes we're like, oh, I'm just waiting for the universe, I'm waiting for God, I'm waiting to get the answer, I'm waiting to get the message where I got this download. And the download was, everything that you need is already here, okay? Anytime what you want is not here currently, that means that you still have some work to do somewhere, okay? So you're never stuck, you're never suspended, you know, like in the tarot, the Hanged Man card, right? So there is a period where you're like, whoa, I'm stumped, right? But you get to decide if you're going to sit in that and be stumped, right? And be stagnant, or you're going to say, okay, I realize I'm at this place. What is the opposite? What is what I want? How do I get myself out of where I am and who I want to be, right? You have to course correct. So the message was, anytime that you feel like you're stuck, it is because we're not listening and tapping into our intuition, which is giving us the next step, okay? So whenever you feel like what you want has not manifested, it means that there's still some work to be done at some aspect of your life, okay? So you can make it super easy and simple. Let's say you want a new car, a dream car. Well, the reason why it hasn't manifested in your reality right now is because, one, you haven't taken the action steps to bring it into reality, i.e. Call the dealerships, go to the dealerships, put down the down payment. But also there might be something that is stopping you, a belief pattern. Maybe your credit isn't good enough and you have the belief my credit isn't good enough. Or maybe it is that your income isn't good enough and you have the belief your income isn't good enough. Or maybe you have the belief that getting that new car that you want is going to make your car insurance skyrocket, right? So these are beliefs that are enabling the pattern or the habit of procrastinating from doing the things that are going to get you what you want. Give you one more example. Let's say you want that new apartment or that new house, right? So maybe the reason why you are procrastinating from putting that into action is because, again, you don't think your credit is right. You don't think your income is right. You don't think, you know, your references or whatever the case may be. You might have something, you know, down the line from your credit, or maybe you've lost a house before, right? So the belief system is like, I can't have this, I can't have this, I can't sustain this, I'm not ready for this. But really, you're ready for whatever you want, and you know that you're ready for what you want when it manifests, right? So like the current car that you have right now, you're ready for it because you have it. The house that you live in right now, you're ready for it because you have it. The relationship that you're in right now, you're ready for it because you have it. And if something that you want has not manifested in your life, there is an energetic kink, or maybe something is moving itself around so that you can be opening yourself up to have that experience, okay? So there is no waiting game in life, right? Like we think, oh, I have to wait, I'm on pause, I have to wait. No, that's a very human linear way of thinking. Everything that we want already exists now. It's just a matter of dialing in that feeling or that emotion of having it, of doing it right now, because you're not doing the thing because you want to do the thing. You're doing the thing because it's going to make you feel a certain way, okay? So let's continue. Okay, so the good news is that knowing what you want every day to be like is only half the battle. So once you know what you want your life to be like on a daily basis, you've already cracked half the code. So the hardest thing for most people is even knowing, like they're like, oh, I feel miserable in my reality, but I don't know what I want to experience next. I don't know what I want to have next. I don't know, you know, like I'm stumped, right? So half the battle is knowing what you want your next step to look like. If you already know what you want your next step to look like, and I'm always talking very material or physical when I talk about getting a new house or getting a new car, or, you know, even getting a new boyfriend, girlfriend, new relationship, new friendships, whatever the case may be, you fill in the blank. But it can be anything, absolutely anything that you want. It could also be like, oh, I want to be skinnier. Oh, I want to fix my teeth. Oh, I want to, you know, like whatever the case may be, you fill in the blank, okay? So the good news is all you have to know what you want. That is like the magic wand, okay? Like all you have to know is what you want. And then once you know what you want, you are attracting it to yourself by dialing in the frequency of knowing what you want. I'll give you an example. You know you want to go on a luxurious vacation, right? Well, knowing what you want is only half the battle. You can't attract something to you if you don't know that you even want it, right? So now you know that you want the luxury vacation. So now you're attracting it to yourself by saying, well, what am I going to wear on that vacation? Well, what suitcase am I going to bring? Well, who am I going to go with? What airline am I going to go with? How am I going to travel when I get there? What am I going to do when I get there? Now you're asking yourself the questions that are literally putting you on that timeline, because again, that timeline already exists. You are literally just pinging information from the future, right? by dialing it in, okay? And then there's sometimes that you're pinging information from the future, and sometimes people never actualize that version of themselves who receive those desires or pings from the future. So you know, you don't want to be in that position. You want to get the ping, oh, I'm gonna go on vacation, and then really go on vacation, okay? So that was a little tangent, but let's continue. So the good news is knowing what you want is half the battle. Now you need a new image or a vision to get out of the old phase or the current stagnant place that you have been in, okay? So if you want to move yourself out of where you have been, you have to know where you would like to go. What does the next phase look like, okay? So knowing what you want is half the battle. If you hate your reality, you hate your relationship, you hate whatever it is in your reality, maybe you don't even hate it, you just think, oh, I'm just ready for an upgrade, I'm ready for it to be more, right? All you have to do is know where you're jumping to. Imagine yourself right now on a lily pad. The reality that you're existing on right now is like a little lily pad, right? You don't, you know, you're happy and grateful for this lily pad, but you want a bigger lily pad, right? So the way to get to the bigger lily pad is first you have to see the bigger lily pad. Even if you don't physically see the bigger lily pad in your environment right now, just knowing that you desire a bigger lily pad is creating that timeline, which already exists. So it really is putting your GPS into a timeline that already exists so that you can start moving yourself in that direction, aka attracting that, okay? So it feels like you're moving in that direction, but really what you want is just coming closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to you, because it already exists, okay? So knowing what you want is half the battle, okay? To get to the next phase of where you want to be, you have to know what you want and what does it look like, okay? What does the next phase look like? What does the next version look like, okay? And then next, you have to act out that version every day. Once you get the blueprint of the next phase, what it looks like, right? You are meant to act out that scenario every single day, however you can, at the capacity that you can from where you are right now, okay? Think of it as you dialing in the number to get to that lily pad or to get to where you want to be. You can dial in the number to phone it up, call it up, attract it to yourself by acting as if what you want has already manifested. It's already been set in motion just by you wanting it. You've already sent off the rocket of desire, right? So now it's going to come to you. It's just how easily are you gonna let it come to you? Are you gonna, you know, make it hard for yourself, grip onto your current reality so tight that you can't let the new reality in? Or are you going to believe that it's happening and let it come in, okay? So what you want to do is now you have to act that version out every single day. So however you're supposed to eat, however you're supposed to dress, however you're supposed to think, whoever you're supposed to hang out with, all of that needs to be aligned with the version of yourself that you want to be to move into that next version, okay? This is manifestation made simple and easy, okay? If you want to live in a new reality, you have to know how that version of yourself exists in that reality. How does that version of yourself move in that reality? How does that version of yourself think in that reality? That is how you dial it in to attract it to yourself, okay? So here's the last thing I wanted to say about this topic, bridging the gap between who you are and where you want to be. The last message that I received on this topic was, as long as you remind yourself every day of what you desire and take action steps in that direction every single day, you will be able to attract it. You'll be able to manifest it. You will see it actualized, okay? The secret is dialing it in every single day, okay? So like when you wake up in the morning, or even like when you're conscious in the morning, when you just gotten out of that sweet dream space, right? But you haven't necessarily opened your eyes yet, or you're still kind of groggy. Just thank God or thank the universe, thank yourself. Say, I'm so thankful that today I have another opportunity to be on my life's mission. I am so grateful and thankful that today I am taking another step forward into the reality that I am hoping for myself. Or, you know, if you know exactly what you're asking for, I'm so grateful that today I'm taking an action step that is bringing me one step closer to my new house, or to my new car, or to my new vacation, to whatever it is that you want to love. I'm so happy and grateful that today I'm taking one bold step closer more to finding the love of my life. You know, like really proclaim that over your life before you even get your day started. Speak your intention over your day before you even get your day started, so that as you're going through the day, you've already spoken the intention that you have over your life. Even if you feel like you haven't taken any memorable step to get you to where you want to be, energetically you've already spoken over yourself that I already know I'm moving in that direction. Okay, so as long as you remind yourself every day. Another way that I remind myself, I have like a bunch of vision boards around my house. Okay, so here's one of my vision boards. I have another one right over there, but I'll just write on the vision board what I want. Okay, and then I hang it up on like my you know, countertop or my desk or anywhere where I'm going to see it on a consistent basis. So every day I put it in my face what I want. I see the vision boards every day. I know what I'm creating. I know what I'm asking for. I know what the next phase looks like. And therefore, I am creating and shaping my now to look like what I want, because I know eventually the timelines are going to merge. This is how you hop timelines, right? This is how you turn what you want into, or how you turn what you have into what you want. Okay, it's alchemy. So yeah, I really hope that this information was helpful. I know I kind of just like shot it at you guys today, and usually I like to have like a little conversation back and forth, but I was just getting ready, and the messages started to just, you know, just download into me. So I was just like, okay, let me just write this down and I will share with you guys what I got. So let me know, you guys, do you like when we go live? Do you like when we do some pre-recorded videos? I would really love to hear from you guys. How are you doing? Where are you at in the process of attracting your dream life to you? Okay, what are you embodying right now? I'd really love to know. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Again, if this content was informative and helpful to you, please thumbs up the video, as well as subscribe if you're new to the channel. So let's subscribe to the channel, and that is everything. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.